right, here we go. I got a good signal. I can do this one time. I'm Kenny Keller, creator of Helicopter Land Ground School. Getting ready to reveal the weather decision no-go button. And it just arrived. I've been waiting for months on this. And I was getting ready to go out in the lake. My buddy's out here on another boat. And I thought, why not take it out and unveil on the boat? Because just like last night, even with a boating decision going out, I went out with my daughter for evening last night. I didn't check any weather. I thought, it looks a little dark off that way. Pretty soon my daughter's like, we better head in, Dad. And I'm like, that storm's a ways away. By the time we got up to the house, boom, it starts storming, right? So these no-go decisions can be anything in life. It could be boating, aircraft, anything. So anyway, I thought kind of fitting because a lot of things that apply to aircraft, of course, apply to boating. And a no-go decision will be one of them. You're planning your boating trip, your helicopter flight, your airplane flight, whatever. You got to look at weather. You got to know weather. And I have high expectations for this button. Operations Brian Rutledge goes, you better open one first and check them out before you go live. And I'm like, you know what? I was going to do that, but then I'm a little crazy, right? So here we go. I designed it. I hope it isn't like that Geraldo Rivera thing. Remember that years ago? Unboxing or unearthing some tomb but some vault of Al Capone or something. There was nothing in it. All right, so this was inspired 5 years ago. Not 5 years ago. The 5 years I spent in EMS, one of the Vietnam era pilots came up with something. I think he was the one that came up with it. You check the weather, you make your decision, you decide not to go. We had a Staples button and we go, boom, that was easy. You turn on the flight and you don't go, right? So that was something cool, just made you feel good after making that decision. Boom, that was easy. Well, due to copyright, of course, the button maker didn't want to do that for me, so we came up with our own. And I hope that I'm gonna like it and I hope it ain't too cheesy. The idea is, we know we have several years in the last 10 years where we've had really high accident rates. And we've been working with the U.S. Helicopter Safety Team, producing some videos. And we're hoping we can start a trend. We owe a few people who have won through our special events. We have a few of these no-go buttons already spoken for. I believe Heather has a list. So over the next week, if you don't hear from Heather and we promised you a button, make sure you email her. But next week, this is Friday now, next week Heather I'll have her come in so she can ship the buttons. And there goes my boat. Hey, they're out tubing, having a good time. All right, it don't look too bad so far. It's kind of big. Ta-da. No go. Put that dude on your desk, wherever you make your weather decisions, your piloting decisions, and you decide that it's in your best interest to stay on the ground, because we know people lose their lives, helicopter pilots lose their lives from making bad weather decisions, continuing flight into bad weather, and then ended up losing their lives. And helicopter EMS is probably the number one violator of all. It's an epidemic, It's more dangerous than being a fighter pilot flying a helicopter, an EMS helicopter. And you can do the research if you don't believe me. Very high fatal accident rate with helicopter EMS. But it can happen in general aviation anywhere. We all know the Kobe Bryant situation, right? I've never done a video on that because I wanted to wait for the NTSB report to come out, but I can tell you, one of my past CFI students, who is now an instructor for the Orange County Sheriff's Department, instructor in the UE, was at the same airport when Kobe's helicopter took off. And he turned down our search and rescue flight because the weather was too bad. And his crew's like, well, Kobe Bryant's helicopter's taking off. And he's like, not my concern what they do, but we're not going. And I believe LAPD wasn't flying either. What's that tell you? So there we go. There is the no-go button. Let's test her out, see how it sounds. Here we go. Uh-oh, maybe I gotta put batteries in them. Oh, gotta turn it on. Let's try that again.
Live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com.
Nice, I like it. I like it. Live to fly another day. That's what this button's about. Like I said, we have a few of them that are already spoken for, that we've done some giveaways during our live events. I'll make sure Heather gets those out to those of you that have already been awarded a button. And we're going to come up with something cool to give these away to our members. And I'm kind of thinking maybe a special, let's make one up right now. From right now, on this date, what is it, May 29th? Anybody that passes their check ride past today, this moment in time, it is around 5 p.m. Eastern time. The next 5 members that pass check rides after the airing of this video, the next 5, send us a picture of you and your examiner, or you in the helicopter after your check ride, in all of your excitement when you ace that test from using helicopter on the ground school, and we will send you the no-go button. So that's the first 5 we'll give away. I got 50, got a few spoken for. We'll do 5 away for that, and we'll see how it goes. But do me a favor and share this video. Do me a favor and comment on this video. We need to reduce helicopter fatal accidents. And everybody is talking about, oh, you got to have IFR training. Oh, you got to have an IFR ship. Oh, you got to be IFR current. That's okay, and that's correct, and we should do all those things. But like my buddy that from the Sheriff's Department in Orange County, he called me right after that Kilby accident, and he was frustrated. He's like, dude, everybody keeps spouting off.
Fly another day.
Instrument.
Helicopterground.com.
He goes, that's all great, but we need to teach people to stay on the freaking ground and make the no-go decision. And I agree 100% wholeheartedly with my buddy when he called me. I said, you're preaching to the choir, man. And then when I started working with the U.S. helicopter safety team and spoke with Scott from that, and we were talking about it, and he said, well, I think the problem is really people making the no-go decision, or when they should make the no-go and stay on the ground and continued flight. And I said, you're preaching to the choir, my friend. We could go on and on and on and on and on, whether it's your own pressure put on you, your company pressure, the helicopter EMS base, the whatever company you're working for, or photo flights, it doesn't matter. There's all kinds of pressures put on any pilot, no matter where that pressure comes from, within or outside sources. We got to have the guts to say no, and sometimes that could mean losing your job. There are employers that are dickheads and will go, well, if you don't want to fly, we'll find somebody else. That's when you walk away from that job. Either you quit or you let them fire you. I would never worry about that. If you're worried about that, losing your job and about getting your next job, I wouldn't worry about that one damn bit. I would go to that next employer and say, well, let me tell you about my last job. The reason I didn't go because I turned down a flight that was iffy. The weather wasn't good. My employer wanted me to go, started pushing me, and they fired me. I would not, absolutely not worry about that hurting your career. I would embrace it and go after it. All right. Well, hope I had some viewers. I hope the audio came out good. That was a one-time deal. There you go. Let's change the industry. And let's do it together by making that decision. You're looking at the weather, you're like, man, I don't know. I don't think I should go. Make the decision. No go.
Live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, subscribe, click the bell, and we shall see you in the next video. Peace out.